To me, Camp Kesem is just this huge family. I mean, everybody's here together having fun.
I'd say it's very different than other camps. I think Camp Kesem is, it's a week away from every struggle and issue that's back at home. It's a way to just kind of get away and spend some time in the mountains. But it's different because it's not just like you're doing zip lines, you're doing all this fun stuff. There's that too, but everyone is brought together by this one common denominator of cancer.
So I guess the textbook definition of Camp Kesem is it's a national organization that provides support for kids through and beyond a parent's cancer. But to me, I think it's really just a place where kids can be themselves and have fun, and it's a safe place for them to talk about whatever they're experiencing at home, here, and just know that there are kids around them that understand them.
So when they come here, it's a way for them to just have a blast and have fun, and a way for them to meet other kids who understand what they're going through.
We're up and at breakfast by 8 o'clock, and then we have a rotation after breakfast, which is almost always an activity. You're either going to athletics, arts and crafts, or you're going to adventure. And then you rotate to your second rotation, then you have lunch.
Then after lunch, we do this thing called Feed on Bed. So we get an hour where everyone just kind of gets to relax, maybe color. Then after that, they go to their last rotation. And then right after that, we do an all-camp activity. Because all throughout the day, they're with their units. And at the end of the day, they get to come together and kind of do something as a whole camp. And then after that, we go into dinner. And then we go to campfire and do camp songs and have a good time.
I decided to get involved with Camp Kesem because my mother had cancer when I was 12. That whole experience that we went through as a family was very, very hard. I think for me personally, it was kind of that age where I really wanted attention. You're getting to middle school and you're super excited about all these different things. And I just remember feeling like a train hit me when my parents told me that my mom had cancer. Everything that I felt, I still feel it sometimes. Cancer leaves scars. It's the deepest scars, and that's why I wanted to get involved and put on a camp for kids.
I think empowerment ceremony is the thing that takes us from a regular summer camp and takes us to Kesem, and that's where kind of our magic happens. And it's part of empowerment ceremony is that the counselors know that it's coming, and so they're prepping their kids all week and they're expecting this to come. And so then when we get there and the campers experience it for the first time and they feel that support and that love in that room, the rest of the week really takes a change.
My hope is just that the kids would realize when they hear other people's stories that they're not alone. Just that they would kind of connect with what other people are saying. I hope for people to be able to share too. I want people to have that opportunity to say what's on their heart, to say what Camp Kesem means to them.
So we all sat down in a circle, and it was nice to be mixed campers and counselors all mixed in together. And then someone chose to share her story, and we got to start this empowerment ceremony with Firefly, one of the counselors, and she shared about her story at home. And then she had a ball of yarn that she would wrap around her wrist, and as the next person was ready to share, she could pass that. And then so the web kind of traveled all around the room. Once we got to the end, we could see the physical connection of all of our stories and all of our time here, and kind of what Kesem means to all of us and how connected we are as a family now.
I think the most empowering part about empowerment is that they're not just sharing their story with cancer, but they're sharing about what Camp Kesem means to them. They're talking about losing people and dealing with growing up and dealing with all these different things. But then at the end, they finish with but Camp Kesem, I come to Camp Kesem and I feel happy and I feel free and I feel like I'm understood for the first time in a long time.
A lot of people made me happy cry, and a lot of people made me like full on just like weep, but it was probably one of the best things I've ever been to.
Pretty sure my favorite part in Camp Kesem is just sitting in the lounge and sharing with everybody else what you feel and they feel.
In any empowerment ceremony, like the wide scope of what these kids have dealt with, there's a lot of loss, and for a lot of them it's similar to like I lost my mom to cancer, and that's a very straight line, but for a lot of these kids a lot of other things have come into play. There's been sickness, there's been like more violent deaths, there's been accidents, there's been things that have just been completely out of their control that they couldn't understand, and then cancer on top of it. And so that's something that we see, and it's so nice that they have at least this one place to come back to help kind of process all of that, the amount that these kids take on, the amount of growing up they've already done, and then getting to see them run around here is like really the full picture of like what these kids go through and what we're trying to give them.
Camp Kesem is a place where I can have fun and be myself and be around people who have gone through similar situations to what I've gone through.
Camp Kesem is family to me.
Camp Kesem is the best.
Camp Kesem is my second family.
It means everything to me because it's really fun and everyone else is having fun and everyone understands you and stuff.
Camp Kesem is what the word stands for, magic, because there's nothing better than it.
Family, because everyone gets along so well and will help each other out. Friendship, because you can make so many new friends that understand you well. And togetherness, because everyone is okay with sharing anything with anyone because we're all friends.
Camp Kesem to me is a family where everyone has been through something and everyone can relate and no one doesn't fit.